set of Generation Iron, and I'm taking my new favorite supplement, GameFace. I used to take Alpha Brain, but it's twice as strong, and I'm a big nootropic guy, and I need it when I do films like this. So, like me, I think you should get your GameFace on. Alright, welcome to Talkin' Smack, sponsored by, right here baby, GameFace Nootropic. Okay, let me just say a few things really fast. Give me a break, give me a second, right here, okay, because they're the sponsor, and we gotta give them their props. But I've also been taking this, and I was involved in the clinical trials of this stuff, so I've been taking it a long time. I used to take Alpha Brain, the shit that Joe Rogan pushes over there Bionic. This smokes it. This smokes it. This is the strongest, bro. This is so strong, they can't even sell this on Amazon. Okay, it's the real deal, but it's not a pre-workout. So some of you guys that are taking this or buying it saying, well, wait a minute, I thought it was a pre-workout. It's not a pre-workout. Okay, this is the supplement company that makes this is not really a supplement company. I mean, they just create one supplement and this is it. Okay, the guys who made this, I know them very well. They're my friends, and you can go to GameFaceSupplements.com. But the thing is that it's a nootropic, okay? You could give this to somebody in your family that has Alzheimer's and see how they fucking respond to it. But the only thing is, there is caffeine in there, so you have to be a little careful. There's a small amount of caffeine. It's not a lot, all right? I was against them putting any caffeine in it, but caffeine is a nootropic, all right? But this is not something that's going to make you fly like this, okay? Or make your heart go like that, okay? That's not what this is. And, you know, they tell you to take 3 capsules in a serving. 3 capsules in a serving. Okay? But I take it in the morning, noon, and like that night. I take one like that. Because I'm really sensitive to stuff. And this shit, even though there's a little bit of caffeine in it, that little bit will make me, like, you know, fucking, you know, whee! But anyway. So if you have somebody that's actually even an older person, as long as they don't have heart problems, you got to worry about the caffeine. But if somebody's having a little trouble with the little chagad, they have to take this religiously, and it will actually help rebuild their brain barrier up there. Okay, the cabezo. Anyway, all right. So it's right now. A lot of people taking this, and the shit's really kicking ass, and I'm really happy. You know. The Visipin, or Vimpositine, or whatever the name of it is. I'm a guinea, I can't say anything right. That shit really, it's brutal, but you can't, you know, that's why they can't sell it on Amazon. You can get it on, I think you can get it on, what do you call it there, fucking eBay, or you can go to the website, and they got the price sick, bro. This is a fucking real deal nootropic, and nobody's prices have been in theirs. Alright, that's done. Listen to me, and listen good. All right, Corona. We're gonna go off today. This is probably the last video before the election, so I'm hoping to get this out there. I'm doing it on Friday. I just did this whole video once already, and it fucked the whole thing up. So now I got to do it a second time. So everything I'm saying here now, I said before. It's like deja vu all over again. All right. So I'm doing this on Friday. I got to get it to Joe Pietaro within the next day, try to see if he can get it up before the election, because I think that this is important, all right? If it's going to bother you, go to another video. But this election is important, and it's going to affect the way you live, I live, and your kids live, and generations. And no, it's not just another election. And don't give me that, it doesn't matter who wins, it's all the same shit. That's not true. Okay, because in this case, you have Donald Trump, who has proven himself over the past 4 years, okay, and what he could do, and what he did for blacks. The unemployment's up, the unemployment's down, black ownership of Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Black unemployment is down, black business owners are up, you know, business owners are up, okay, you know, black college scholarships are fucking at an all-time high, the economy was great, everything was doing so good, and then the fucking China virus hit us, alright? So, now, the left is using that as a weapon. They want to get in and there's a lot of bullshit. And we're going to talk about that because this is really important. We got a really good show for you. We got a damn good show. A damn good show. Yeah. I'm just kidding. I love those fucking two guys. All right, they're great. I could watch them all the time. I laugh because I see that, the camaraderie between the two, and I get their little inside shit, when they talk about stuff. All right, I'm getting a clipboard here ready. So this is not just a normal election, all right? Because if they get their way, the Democrats, they will shut us down whenever they want, and you will not have a fucking say, and they will take away your freedoms. They're already doing that now by using social media. We're going to talk about those. We're going to get into this. By using social media, okay, to push their agenda, taking away your freedoms. Go talk about something. Go talk about, Hunter Biden's laptop or something fucking like that. Go talk about that, okay? And watch what happens. Go do that on Twitter. You'll get fucking banned, okay? Go do, you already know that. They're labeling posts on Facebook as fake and all this other shit, okay? They're taking away your freedom of speech. Social media, big tech, right now is huge, and they're restricting what we have to say, okay? Even on this YouTube, you got to watch what you say, okay? Because they will restrict your voice, all right? And that's the left, bro. And they will shut you down again. It doesn't matter what Joe Biden says, I won't do it. He did say he was going to do it. He said he was going to do it 100 times. Right now, at the last fucking week or so, because he's scared shit. He doesn't want to, he will sell his mother's fucking underwear right now. He will sell his mother's underwear. We're going to get into that. Just to get in the fucking White House. But we already know he's going to shut it down. All right? There's a lot of bad stuff that's going to happen. You already know what Trump wants. Trump said, I'll never shut it down again. Because he listened to that fucking Momo Fauci. All right? The same guy who said, we don't need to wear masks. That's overdone. It's too much. We don't need that. That's overreacting. Then, 2 weeks later, we should never shake hands ever again. Wear the mask. Corona. But, I can't help it. I get a bad throat. All right. So let's get into some shit. You ready? You ready? So, hey, listen. Listen. Right here, baby. Whoop. Right here. Okay? Right. There you go. Right there. All right? This is a very important election. I'm not going to wear this hat throughout the video because I'm not really... I don't want to wear hats like that. But right here, baby. Okay? This is like serious shit, so let's get busy.
Why go with sugar-filled pre-workouts? Get your GameFace on and experience true focus all day, every day. This isn't your usual performance pill. These nootropic capsules help you play harder, train better, and focus more. Working out at the gym? Boom. GameFace has you covered. Trying to carry your friends in-game? You'll do a lot more than carry. With GameFace, you'll make the enemy rage quit. Need to finish that essay that's due in an hour? You'll wish you found GameFace sooner. A 14-hour car ride with the kids? Don't worry. GameFace will keep you alert the entire time. Try GameFace today and experience a whole new meaning of focus.
First off, let me talk a little bit about Joe Biden. This isn't a blast fest on him, okay? I don't give a shit. He's so fucking bots and doesn't know anything that's going on, really. They got him pumped up on Adderall, so he's starting to scream, during these fucking last couple of days. All of a sudden, he went from talking like this to screaming, about everything and anything. And that's because he's got AOC. I'm reading off my clipbook because I got notes here, okay? AOC, who, by the way, went to the same high school as I did, okay? Just 30-year difference. She lives down the street. Well, she lived down the street from me. She didn't come from no Bronx. It's bullshit, bro. I'm more from the Bronx than she is, all right? She was like 2 years old when she got out of there. All right, so she didn't go to the. She's not from the Bronx. She's from here, and you can Google it. Go to Wikipedia. She went to Yorktown High School. I went to Yorktown High School in New York, not the one in Virginia. All right. So you got Ilhan Omar. There's another one. You got Rashida Tlaib. You got Elizabeth Warren. You got Bernie Sanders, and of course the ultimate Kamala Harris. All right, Kamala Harris. Sorry. All right. Those are all socialists. Those are all people who want massive, massive change, from packing the courthouse, as you already all know, from packing the courthouse to adding Puerto Rico, Washington, D.C. as states. They want to do a lot of shit. They want the Green New Deal, which is going to get rid of oil and fracking, which fracking means to fracture the earth and get get fossil fuels out of there. All of that. They want to get rid of that. And coal. You know, that's all fracking. They, you know, they want to get rid of that. Joe Biden has said, he said, listen, this is a fact. These are things he has said. And Bernie Sanders actually called him out on the one here. I have the one written down here where it talks about he wants to get rid of, he wants to stop VA spending, okay, and he wants to get rid of Social Security. Meanwhile, today, I just saw him saying, I will fight to keep Social Security. You fucking liar. It's on Bernie Sanders, who I can't stand, on the Democratic primaries, called him out on it and said, hey, you said that you wanted to get rid of you wanted to get rid of Social Security. You said it. And then he said, no, I didn't say it. Nope, never said it. And then he said, wait a minute. All right, Joe. Bernie said, all right, Joe, listen to me. Maybe you forgot you said it. Maybe you didn't mean it the way you said it. I'm giving you a chance. But you did say it. Just say, you know, no, I never said it. There you go to the video. There he is. I will get rid of all social benefits from Social Security to VA hospital to food stamps. He wants to get rid of all that. He wants to get rid of all that. He says it, and then he goes the total opposite. He'll sell his fucking mother. He'll sell his soul to the devil, which he already did. AOC, Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, hello? You know what I'm saying? He also said he wants to cut the VA spending. He said he will raise taxes. If you vote for me, you better realize that I'm going to raise your taxes. He said it. He said it. Google the videos. Don't take anything I'm saying here for law. He said it. I will raise your taxes, okay? Then he's also said he's all for possibly making wearing a mask a law, which they want to do in a bunch of places. Can you imagine that? They're already talking about, you know, if you know, they want to make us if you leave your house, even if you're outside and you don't have a mask. Dude, get the fuck out of here with this shit. You know? And he wants to do abortion, even post-birth abortion. Partial birth abortion and post-birth. Dude, that's a full-fledged baby. That's not fucking a woman's... First of all, after it's out of the body, okay, which is infanticide, after it's out of the body, how is that a woman's right to choose? How is that my body, my choice? The fuck out of you. You made your choice when you spread your legs. You know what I say? Take it up the ass or fucking suck the dick. You won't have to worry about getting pregnant. But you fucking take it, you fucking spread your legs when you're ovulating. Don't even get me started on that, because I'm going to sound like a motherfucker. Alright? He's also saying, you know, he's all for open borders. Open borders? Open borders. Where is all the people going to go? I want to know, I want to ask the black and Hispanic community right now. If you open up the borders, where do you think that all these immigrants and illegal immigrants, where do you think they're going to go? I'll tell you where they're going to go. They're going to go to the sanctuary cities, and they're going to fill up the low-income housing. So you're going to be fighting with them, and there's going to be a war in the ghetto, baby. That's because that's where they're going. This isn't going to be like South Africa, where they fucking tell you, you know, go take the farmhouse, whatever the fuck, you know, take whatever you want. Where it's going to middle class because the middle class won't put up with. There'll be a lot of dead immigrants. I can tell you that now. All right, I'm going to tell you that right now, because they want to take your guns. Good luck with that. But he wants to do it. Now he'll say the opposite right now. He's going to say the opposite. No, I don't want to take anybody's guns. I'm not. You know, I'm for immigration reform, all this bullshit. He'll say all this shit opposite, because that's what he does. He's a fucking liar. He's a career bureaucrat, career politician. Okay? You know, listen, people said that when Donald Trump was going to be president, this is 4 years ago. Oh no, Trump's going to be president. That means he's going to round up all the Muslims and put them in jails and in concentration camps, and all the immigrants, he's going to lock them up and all that. Bullshit. It never happened, because it was all lies. It was scare tactics. As a matter of fact, when Donald Trump asked Joe Biden, who built the cages, Joe? Who's the one that had the kids in the cage and built the cages? There's no more cages now, okay? Because I did away with it, meaning Trump did away with it. He asked Joe, and Joe's like, well, you know, he couldn't answer, because he knows who built the fucking cage. Him and Obama. Whenever you see kids in a cage, that was from Obama. I know, because my girlfriend's family was all fucking illegal immigrants, and they were fucking, you know, they were in that fucking ICE detention shit. It was all under Obama. My girlfriend's mother was deported under Obama, so don't give me no bullshit. I'm pissed at Obama for letting her come back. But, and let me tell you something. Even like prison reform. That was Donald Trump that did prison reform. He's the one who said, this is ridiculous. We get people in jail for smoking marijuana and shit like that, and they're doing 20, 25 years in prison, even to life. We got guys who were fucking... I know, because when I used to work for Muscular Development, and I used to write the Rambling Freak, I used to get letters from guys in jail. This guy's in jail doing 25 years because they were selling steroids, doing steroids and shit. You know what I mean? Listen to me. You can't... Meanwhile, my girlfriend, her sister's little baby, 9 months old, was stomped on and murdered at 9 months years old. The fucking piece of shit who was not even her father, was her mother's boyfriend, stomped on her like this to stop her from crying and crushed her like a fucking ant. And you know what he got? 15 years in prison, in state prison. That was 2009. You could bet your ass on, he was an illegal immigrant too from Mexico. You could bet your fucking ass on he's out now. And it has nothing to do with Mexican. It's my girlfriend's Mexican. Her sister's Mexican. Her sister don't even speak English, for Christ's sake. You know, my girlfriend didn't learn English till she was later in school, but my girlfriend speaks without an accent. She's really good with that. But anyway, okay, so I mean, you know, Trump's got the best. Like I said, he's got the highest employment for blacks, the highest business owned for blacks. Okay, he's got the you know, he's at the best economy. Is that the best economy? If the 4 years he just did tells the story. If it wasn't for the corona, the corona is the only thing that's all Biden talks about. It's the corona. Corona, we're going to get into that in a second, but that's all Biden talks about. The corona, you know what I mean? If it wasn't for that, we'd still be, you know, his presidency's been proven, okay? When Biden was in there, first he was a VP, and he was a failure, okay? He was a failure. I mean, gas almost hit $5 when Biden was vice president. That didn't happen. It's been steady since Trump's president down low. I mean, you know, Biden is a fucking momo, bro. He's the same guy that says we can, you know, he's for defunding or reimagining the police. How do you reimagine the police? What is that? He recently just said about that shooting with the cops, they should have shot him in the leg. Shoot him in the leg. Should aim, you know, shoot the guys in the leg. That'll stop him. Dude, let me tell you something. When you get dudes that are on crack or some fucking kind of crystal meth, you could shoot them in the head and it's still fucking, their body's dead, but they're still coming at you like fucking, you know what I mean? Give me a break, bro. Shoot him in the leg. Dude, that's why not one police department's fucking backing Biden. Alright? Alright. Let me tell you a story. Let me close this out for a second. We're going to tell you a story. Alright. My friend Frank, right? His kids, he's got 2 daughters, and they turned against him. They turned against him. They hate his guts. Because you know why? He does everything for them. He spoiled them, paid for their college, did all that shit. But they got radicalized. You know, and he's got a lot of money, my friend Frank. And, you know, his own children are like, oh my God, you should be giving some of that money to, like, poor people and stuff. You know, you with your rich fucking Trump-chasing ass. And, you know, they hate his guts now. They actually hate his guts. And they're, you know, they're radicalizing. They're marching out in these marches. You know, like Black Lives Matter, man. You know, poor black people were enslaved and all this bullshit, you know. They bought into all that, you know, all these statues of these fucking white supremacists, and they're even accusing their father of being like a white supremacist when it's totally not true. I know the guy since we were kids, you know, I grew up with him. Now let me tell you something. That's radicalization. That's because they drank the Kool-Aid. That's because they've been indoctrinated because of these fucking nutty professors and all these people pounding the shit in their head since they were young. You know what I mean? It's because they never had to work hard for a trophy. Everybody gets a trophy on the team. Not when I was a kid. I've showed you. I've got the MVP trophies and stuff from playing baseball, football. But that's because I was the MVP. I deserved that. But not everybody on the team got a trophy. You had to either win first place or you had to be the MVP or spark plug. That's what they called it. Okay? Now, listen to me. Okay? I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to give you a little story here. It was back in like maybe 1990, 91, the latest. Okay, I used to go to the A&P here, which is a grocery store where I live. Alright? And in the A&P, in the back, there used to be a bakery, and the A&P was open 24 hours. Nothing's open 24 hours now with this bullshit. But the bakery was open 24 hours. And he'd be back there baking the bread and all this other bullshit, you know. And his name was Ludwig. Ludwig, okay? And he was this old man, old German guy. And we used to talk all the time. Sometimes he'd throw me a couple pieces of bread. You know, I tried this new roll. It just came out of the oven. It's all hot and really good, you know. And one day, I don't know how we got into it, but we started talking about Adolf Hitler. And he told me, no, Adolf Hitler was good. He was great for Germany. And I couldn't believe what he said. And I said, are you kidding me? You think that Adolf Hitler was good? He said, sure. He said, I was a Hitler youth. I grew up a Hitler youth. I was with the SS as a little boy. And I said, what are you talking about? No, I was with the SS. I would listen in and I would report to them. I was what they call a Hitler youth. Do you know what Hitler youth is? And I was like, are you kidding me? He goes, oh yeah. And he told me that Hitler's vision for Germany was great. You don't understand. He started getting like passionate, like angry passionate. He's going, the fucking Jews made all the money. They made all the money in Germany. And they weren't, you know, Germany was starving. People after the World War I, people were down and out and their country was dying. And the Jews were making the money and had all the big houses. And I said, yeah, but they started businesses. They had businesses. They made the money. They bought the house. It's legit. What are you talking about? You know? No, they choked. They choked. They were like, they infected Germany. They were like a virus that infected Germany. This is what he was telling me now. And I could not fucking believe what I was hearing. And he said, oh yeah, he goes, we would round them fucks up. He goes, we would tell them, you know, that the Germans, when he would say we, he meant the Germans, not him, but he said that, you know, they took away all the rights. They changed the radio stations so you had to listen to, you know, the propaganda. The radio was the only, there was no TV, there was no nothing, it was radio, okay? And it was underground shit, but there was radio. And they would, you know, they started that way. They disarmed the Jews. And then they started to displace them. And what he said was, you know, the Jews thought they were going to paradise. We told them we're going to take you and we're going to ship you to your own place, to a paradise where you could all live, just Jews. And he goes, we sent them to the concentration camps. And it's the truth. The Jews weren't sure where they were going. They were told they were just being moved and displaced. We're going to take your houses. We're going to take your belongings. We're going to take your bank account. You get to take a suitcase, and that's it. And get the fuck. We're going to send you out here. And that they believed it. And it wasn't until they actually showed up at the concentration camps when they took all their clothes, took all their belongings, your shoes, your this, your that. Everything goes over here, and you go over that way. And I told him, but you think that was a good thing? Are you sitting there telling me that was a good thing? He told me it was for Germany. It was the best thing for Germany. Because when we stopped the Jews, he said money started coming in. And we got to live in the bigger houses. And Germany flourished, you know what I mean? They were no longer, he considered them like pollution, you know what I mean? And what I'm trying to tell you is, that's what they're trying to do with the youth and the young people today. Okay, Donald Trump today, this is Friday, just did a rally in Minnesota, and the governor of Minnesota, because he's a fucking Democrat, limited it. Said, no, I want 250 people, that's it. Meanwhile, there was thousands and thousands came. And, you know, now, Trump can't override him like that. He can't tell him what to do with his, you know, with his state, like, not like that. But the people were freaking out. And I was watching interviews with him. And one lady said it's so perfect. She said it's so eloquent. She said, this governor is telling us we can't rally behind our president, our candidate, outside rally. But yet, he let this cities in our state here burn to the ground and loot and riot when thousands of rioters, Black Lives Matter and Antifa, marching in the street, looting and rioting. He let that happen. That was okay. Okay? So don't tell me the Democrats don't have a fucking agenda. Don't tell me they don't have an alternate agenda. They allow that shit. Okay? They allow that. Okay? Black Lives Matter is racism disguising themselves as anti-racism. They don't give two shits about black people. I'm just telling you now. They're Judas. And beware of Judas. But that's what they allowed. Okay, that's what they allowed to happen up in Minnesota. Okay, and it's not, listen, what I just said is not a diss on black people. There's a difference between Black Lives Matter, the group, the Marxist group, and people's lives. Of course, black people's lives matter. Okay? But everybody's life matters. We're all equal. That's what Martin Luther King fought for, equality. Not superiority. Okay? Not none of this other bullshit. But anyway, alright? So that's how they're controlling. They want to control everything you do. So the more that they gain power, if they ever get, God help us, if they ever get in office, because they're going to use that power like you won't believe. And you, even if you're a Democrat right now, beware of what you wish for, because you might just get it. The media, those motherfuckers control everything. You got to remember something. Trump keeps saying, Biden's in, excuse me, Corona, Biden's in everybody's pocket. Okay, you got all these Wall Street big companies investing in Biden. Do you know why? Because they want, if Biden wins, okay, you remember me? I fucking financed you. Where's my, give me what I want. Because then you become in debt to whoever helped you. And you know how many people have helped Biden? Do you know how much money? Google how much money. Even Google won't lie with that. Google how much money Biden has raised for his campaign. You know what that means? It means he's in debt to a lot of fucking big companies. That's not a good thing. That's why Trump keeps saying, I could call up Wall Street bigwigs right now and get as much money as I want. He goes, but that's a bad thing. If I do that, that means I'm going to be in debt to them. And if I win the presidency, they're going to come knocking on my door saying, okay, motherfucker. You know what I mean? It's like selling your soul to the devil. Devil, make me famous. He makes you famous, but now he owns your soul. Is it really worth it? No. So, we got the big tech now is all behind Biden. If he wins, he owes them, or they can destroy him. Believe me, they have his balls right here, and they could crush him. And big tech wants you silenced. What your opinion doesn't matter. Go post something contrary to what big tech thinks, and you will get warnings. I'm sure a lot of you have had that already, or have friends have had that, or whatever. Okay? First of all, they know everything you do. It's a matter of time. If shit happens and the Democrats get their way, it's a matter of time till you stop fuckers talking on the phone. And if you're saying shit that's bad against the country, or, against the, the Democrats, they'll fucking listen in and turn off your phone service. You'd be shocked what can come from here. It's happened in other countries, okay? That's what we're headed towards. We are headed that way if this fucking cocksucker gets in there. I'm just letting you know that. We are headed that way. You don't want that, okay? Now, if we must fight big tech and stop, we can't allow this. And the only way we're going to do this is if Trump gets in. He's already going to put the kibosh to Proposition 230, or whatever it is. I think it's 230, right? The one that says, that makes them exempt from being sued and everything, where they can operate, okay? They're operating like a forum, like a public forum, right? They're falling under the category of a public forum, but they're really operating as a publisher, which means, they get to say what you can say and what you can't say. They get your opinion really doesn't matter. Your freedom of speech they got the kibosh to that. That's all under the Democrats, bro. That's what AOC wants. That's what Ilhan Omar wants. Bernie Sanders, Pocahontas over there, fucking Elizabeth Warren, okay, Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is fucking one of the worst. Remember, by the way, she's the first one to call she said, not Donald Trump, she's the first one to say to Joe Biden, okay, I won't call you a racist, but you're a racist. That's what she basically said. She said, you voted for segregation. You were friends with that Robert Byrd. I was one of those little girls that was segregated back when I was in elementary school, and you owe black people an apology. And she also said she believes about all the molestation charges. Go Google it. Read what comes out of her lips. And when she was asked about it, she said, well, I said that because we were having a debate. Bullshit. You meant it. You don't say something like that if you don't mean it. Okay, I'm sick of the left the Democrats always saying shit and then taking it back. Okay, they could go say, fuck your mother, but I didn't mean it like that. I meant, fuck your mother. I didn't mean like, fuck your mother. Okay, get out of here. You said it. There's fucking video proof of all this shit. Okay? And big tech's trying to hide all these things, just like with the Hunter Biden laptop. Can you imagine if that was one of Donald Trump's kids? You think big tech would fucking put the kibosh and take away your Twitter? They've even fucking stopped Candace Owens on Twitter when she would go into a rage about black people and everything, and they would say she's racist and she's black. Listen to me. Big tech's a big problem, and if I hope to God that if Donald Trump wins, I know he's going to put the kibosh to all that shit. But if he loses, I hope he still puts the kibosh to it, because remember something, if he loses, he has to turn shit over, in January. So you got a couple months to fucking really fucking put the screws to the woods. And let me tell you about that Amy Coney Barrett bullshit, okay? If the Democrats are crying, there's a fucking vacancy in the court. It's Trump's obligation to fill that. I don't care whether you like it or not. It doesn't matter what you like. It's in the Constitution. The Constitution doesn't say you have to wait till an election's over to do that. It does not say that. It says the sitting president's responsible for filling that spot. Okay? I don't give a shit. Sorry if your fucking feelings are hurt. Alright? Sorry. And they're all fucking disgusting with what they're saying and almost wishing death on her. And they would do the same fucking thing. You know for a fact that was the Democrats and they had office and they had, 2 months or whatever it's been. They would do it too. Don't kid yourself. He who dealt it, he who smelt it, dealt it. He who denied it, supplied it. A thief always calls everyone else a thief. They're no good. Everything they accuse you of, accuse me of, accuse Trump of, is what they are. They're the racists. Remember, the KKK was started by the Democratic Party, and meanwhile they're calling everybody else a racist. A liar calls everybody else a liar. A thief calls everybody else a thief. All right, let me take a piss, and I'm going to come back, and we'll finish up. The media. Those motherfuckers control everything. You got to remember something. Trump keeps saying, Biden's in, excuse me, Corona, Biden's in everybody's pocket. Okay, you got all these Wall Street big companies investing in Biden. Do you know why? Because they want, if Biden wins, okay, you remember me? I fucking financed you. Give me what I want. Because then you become in debt to whoever helped you. And you know how many people have helped Biden? Do you know how much money? Google how much money. Even Google won't lie with that. Google how much money Biden has raised for his campaign. You know what that means? It means he's in debt to a lot of fucking big companies. That's not a good thing. That's why Trump keeps saying, I could call up Wall Street bigwigs right now and get as much money as I want. He goes, but that's a bad thing. If I do that, that means I'm going to be in debt to them. And if I win the presidency, they're going to come knocking on my door saying, okay, motherfucker. You know what I mean? It's like selling your soul to the devil. Devil, make me famous. He makes you famous, but now he owns your soul. Is it really worth it? No. So, we got the big tech now is all behind Biden. If he wins, he owes them, or they can destroy him. Believe me, they have his balls right here, and they could crush him. And big tech wants you silenced. What your opinion doesn't matter. Go post something contrary to what big tech thinks, and you will get warnings. I'm sure a lot of you have had that already, or have friends have had that, or whatever. Okay? First of all, they know everything you do. It's a matter of time. If shit happens and the Democrats get their way, it's a matter of time till you stop fuckers talking on the phone. And if you're saying shit that's bad against the country, or, against the Democrats, they're fucking listening and turn off your phone service. You'd be shocked what can come from here. It's happened in other countries, okay? That's what we're headed towards. We're headed that way if this fucking cocksucker gets in there. I'm just letting you know that. We are headed that way. You don't want that, okay? Now, if we must fight big tech and stop, we can't allow this. And the only way we're going to do this is if Trump gets in. He's already going to put the kibosh to Proposition 230 or whatever it is. I think it's 230, right? The one that says, that makes them exempt from being sued and everything, where they can operate, okay? They're operating like a forum, like a public forum, right? They're falling under the category of a public forum, but they're really operating as a publisher, which means, they get to say what you can say and what you can't say. They get your opinion really doesn't matter. Your freedom of speech they got the kibosh to that. That's all under the Democrats, bro. That's what AOC wants. That's what Ilhan Omar wants. Bernie Sanders, Pocahontas over there, fucking Elizabeth Warren. Okay, Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is fucking one of the worst. Remember, by the way, she's the first one to call Donald. She said, not Donald Trump. She's the first one to say to Joe Biden, okay, I won't call you a racist, but you're a racist. That's what she basically said. She said, you voted for segregation. You were friends with that Robert Byrd. I was one of those little girls that was segregated back when I was in elementary school, and you owe black people an apology. And she also said she believes about all the molestation charges. Go Google it. Read what comes out of her lips. And when she was asked about it, she said, well, I said that because we were having a debate. Bullshit. You meant it. You don't say something like that if you don't mean it. Okay? I'm sick of the left, the Democrats, always saying shit and then taking it back. Okay? They could go say, fuck your mother. But I didn't mean it like that. I meant, fuck your mother. I didn't mean like, fuck your mother. Okay? Get out of here. You said it. There's fucking video proof of all this shit. Okay? And big tech's trying to hide all these things, just like with the Hunter Biden laptop. Can you imagine if that was one of Donald Trump's kids? You think big tech would fucking put the kibosh and take away your Twitter? They've even fucking stopped Candace Owens on Twitter when she would go into a rage about black people and everything, and they would say she's racist and she's black. Listen to me. Big tech's a big problem, and if I hope to God that if Donald Trump wins, I know he's going to put the kibosh to all that shit. But if he loses, I hope he still puts the kibosh to it, because remember something, if he loses, he has to turn shit over, in January. So you got a couple months to really put the screws to the woods. And let me tell you about that Amy Coney Barrett bullshit, okay? If the Democrats are crying, there's a fucking vacancy in the court. It's Trump's obligation to fill that. I don't care whether you like it or not. It doesn't matter what you like. It's in the Constitution. The Constitution doesn't say you have to wait till an election's over to do that. It does not say that. It says the sitting president's responsible for filling that spot. Okay? I don't give a shit. Sorry if your fucking feelings are hurt. Alright? Sorry. And they're all fucking disgusting with what they're saying and almost wishing death on her. And they would do the same fucking thing. You know for a fact that was the Democrats and they had office and they had, 2 months or whatever it's been. They would do it too. Don't kid yourself. He who dealt it, he who smelt it, dealt it. He who denied it, supplied it. A thief always calls everyone else a thief. They're no good. Everything they accuse you of, accuse me of, accuse Trump of, is what they are. They're the racists. Remember, the KKK was started by the Democratic Party. And meanwhile, they're calling everybody else a racist. A liar calls everybody else a liar. A thief calls everybody else a thief. All right, let me take a piss. And I'm going to come back and we'll finish up. All right, I just took a piss. Now we're ready. All right, I said about the media. Let's see what else here. All right, let me see here. Okay, because we're going to talk a little bit about the China virus. I call it China because it's from China. I call it the Chinese virus because it's from China. The brothers, yeah. Anyway. The Hodge twins. Simmer down, some of you guys. Like, what is he doing? I'm trying to see here now. Wait, hold on, okay? Well, let's talk about the virus. Alright, look. They want the virus to control... Look, let's start it this way. Jane Fonda came out and said, the coronavirus is a gift from God to the Democrats. And she's right. They couldn't have... They tried everything to fuck Trump up, from all this Russia collusion, okay, and all this other bullshit. Listen to me. Guys, Guys, listen to me. Russia doesn't give a shit who wins the fucking election. They don't care. Okay, China cares because, China owns Joe Biden. And if Joe Biden gets in, they're going to go, want a biscuit? Come here, sit down, give me a paw. All right, bark like a dog, be good, spin around, and get the fuck out of here. That's what they're going to do. They own Joe Biden. So, China obviously wants Joe Biden to win. But Russians don't care. You know what Russians want? They want to see us fight. They get a hard-on watching us fight. They get a hard-on seeing the right and the left and the Democrats and the Republicans and everybody. That's what they want, you fucking idiots. They don't care. They don't want Donald Trump. They don't even like Donald Trump. Putin doesn't doesn't like Trump. I don't even think he respects him. He doesn't like him. Okay? He's scared of him because he knows that we're the fucking superpowers. It's us in China, bro. They used to be. They're not that anymore. But look, they're fighting. That's what they want. Listen. You ever watch the movie Goodfellas? I think it's Goodfellas. All right, where Joe Pesci's sitting there with what's his name there, Robert De Niro, and he's sitting there. I don't know if they're playing cards or what. I said cards or whatever. I forgot what they were doing, but they're sitting there drinking and shit. And then there's that kid that was also on from The Sopranos, but now he was a little younger here, and I think his name was Spider. Do you remember that scene? You remember? Where Spider would backtalk, what's his name? Joe Pesci would tell Spider, go get me a drink, go do this, go do that. And Spider, after a while, the kid would backtalk him, right? And finally, Spider told him, hey, Tommy, like, go fuck yourself. And Joe Pesci's sitting there, now Joe Pesci's a crazy motherfucker. And Joe Pesci's sitting there, he's thinking in his head, like, this kid just told me to go fuck myself, like, really? Really? And what did Robert De Niro do? Robert De Niro played the role of, like, the devil. He was Russia in this. Okay, follow me on what I'm about to tell you. Robert De Niro says to the kid, Spider, hey, come here, Spider, good for you. He gave him like $100 tip. Good for you. You don't take no shit from nobody. You open your mouth. You don't let him fucking boss you, right? Good for you. Right? Then he turns to Joe Pesci, goes, you gonna let him talk to you like that? You gonna little punk fucking big mouth like that talk to you like that? And then Joe Pesci's thinking, all of a sudden, Joe Pesci takes out his gun and goes, bang, 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 and shoots him. Kills him. And Robert De Niro goes, what the fuck are you doing? What did you just do? You killed him. You fucking, what are you, crazy? And he said, but look at the way he talked to me. He can't talk to me like even you said. Because that's what Russia does. You understand? They're playing the devil. Remember in the movie? Look, I'm not a holy roller, but I believe in God and Jesus and all that, okay? But I'm not going to get into it, but I want you to know this is the story. So even if you don't believe, still, this is what the story is. The story is that Jesus was in the garden, right? And the devil comes to him and tempts him and says, listen, the big guy up there wants you to die for these people. What do you want to die for? What do you want to die for them for? What's your allegiance to them? Fuck them, you know what I mean? Come with me. You come with me. You see those high priests, the Jewish high priests, the high priest Jews that fucking condemned Christ? They're the ones who said we want him crucified and they brought him to Pontius Pilate. He said, I'll have them fucking washing your feet. You want that? I'll have them on their knees before you, bowing to you, cowering to you, and washing your toes. Okay? Why do you want to listen to God? So, and again, if that's not your thing, and that's not, you don't care about that, it's still, that's the story. Even if it's a fictitious story, which I don't believe it's a fictitious story, but I'm telling you, even if you thought that that's a fictitious story, it doesn't matter. That's the story. And the story is, it's the devil tempting Christ. Okay, and this is what this is what the Russians are doing. They're tempting. They're sitting there telling the Democrats, they're doing their little fucking information involving and dropping shit in, and then they do the same thing with the Republicans, and they drop it in. So they have somebody, they have information going back and forth just to fuck both of them up. Okay, they want to see us fighting. That's what they want. Okay? That's what they want. Do you understand that? The disinformation goes both ways. You gabish? You gotta get what I'm saying? That's what they want. They want you and I choking our neighbors. That's what they want. That's what gets them off. They sit there and they stroke their cocks. They get hard on that. That's what the Russians want. They don't care about Donald Trump winning. They love this corona. It's like a gift from God. Now let me get back into the corona thing for a second because I went off there. Isn't it a little funny how we use Australia as a model? Okay, because Australia just had their winter. So we learned how they handled things with their winter. And they realized that, you know what? The flu wasn't around that much. Not many people getting the flu. Dude, the flu's been around since the days of man. But all of a sudden the flu is gone. Why is that? You know why I think it is? And Candace Owens agrees with me. You know why I think it is? I think it's because anybody that's got a little bit of a cough, a little bit of a sore throat, a little sniffle, they're saying, oh, you got COVID. Remember this. They're making billions. Not the government, but the companies. You understand? The medical companies that do the testing for corona. Alright? They're making billions with all these tests. I don't believe that the corona numbers are accurate. I think that the government, the Democrats are using it against Trump. I don't think the government even knows what's up. Alright? Because they're relying on these companies to give them information. Abish, they're relying on the intel for information. So now, I think that people going in, I have my cousins, I went down to the girls, they're down in Florida. They went to go get tested, the friends, and they went in. They signed the fucking papers for the test, the releases and all this bullshit. They went in, took 2.5 hours. They said, fuck this. They went home. They never took the test. Meanwhile, 2-3 days later, they get a message in the mail, a letter in the mail, you tested positive corona. They never even took the test. There's people who have died. There's my friend's grandmother, who was 95, 96 years old, was in hospice, was dying of cancer. She had like 1 or 2 days to live. They quickly took her out of hospice. Nobody ever gets taken out of hospice unless you're in a body bag. They took her out of hospice and they put her in a fucking COVID unit. So when she died, they can catch the numbers for that. That's not bullshit. That's real. And I'm sure all of you out there watching this know those kind of stories, or have heard those stories. Even me. All right, when I had the bloody throat, all right, and when I drowned, I was drowning in my own blood. They stuck me in surgery. They stuck me in a hospital. My family didn't even know where I was. None of that shit. I told you, I woke up. I was paralyzed. You know what I mean? All I could do was move my eyeballs. It was horrible. Somehow or other, they knocked me back out, or I fell asleep. I don't know. And then I go and I wake up, I'm tied to a fucking, you guys already know the story, I'm just going to go over quickly. I'm tied to the bed, I'm strapped to the bed, okay? And then nobody would help me. I snapped the fucking reins, I pulled the fucking tubes out, I threw them on the ground. Now, I was in a COVID unit. I kept telling them, look, I could breathe. Okay, I didn't need those tubes. Why was I being intubated? Why was I on a breathing machine? I'm in a COVID unit on a breathing machine. You know what would have happened if I didn't pull those tubes out? Okay? I had just almost bled to death. I was drowning in my own blood. I lost all this fluid. I was in there for 24 hours. And I got fucking 5 PICC lines. 3 in this one, 2 in this one. And no fluid going to me. No saline fluid, nothing. I was dehydrating already. Okay? If I didn't pull those things out, I might have died. And you know what they would have said? Well, he was in a COVID unit. He probably died because he had cancer, throat cancer, had bad bleeding, and he was a diabetic. And he's 60 years old. Look at that. Look what that looks like on paper, right? Look what that looks like on paper. All right? That's what they would have done to me. They would have said I died of the coronavirus. I would have been one of those numbers. But I got up, I got the fuck out of there. As soon as I got out and got home, I started drinking and doing other shit. I felt good. Okay? By the next day, I was way better. Look at me. I'm telling you something. The numbers aren't accurate. I don't give a shit. All of a sudden now, nobody's getting the flu. It's corona. I honestly believe Donald Trump might have had just the flu, and his son. You're going to tell me Barron Trump had corona for 1 day? 1 day? Even though Donald Trump did this experimental drug and this and that, it just kills the flu too. He had it for 3 days and he felt better. Okay? And I don't think that he's faking everybody out. I believe that they faked him out. I believe that when you go to these companies, the companies that get corona, he believes he had corona. Maybe he did have corona. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay? Maybe he did. You know? But then you talk about all this other bullshit. Oh, wear the mask, wear the mask. I got people who are sick with that shit. They're fucking insane. The mask doesn't do shit. Okay? Because I know everybody's saying, well, Trump doesn't wear the mask. Well, guess what? All the fucking Kamala Harris's fucking crew, her filthy crew that fucking works with her, they all got the coronavirus. That's why she was in isolation. And they all wore masks. Do you know how many people getting the coronavirus who still wear the mask? It doesn't stop anything. It's bullshit. They all got the fucking coronavirus and they were all wearing masks. Let me see what else I got down here. Hold on. Let me just see something here. Okay. Yeah. These fucking companies, bro. Here, look at the other side now. They're making millions, bro. They're making millions off hand sanitizer, which was cheap. Okay? It was nothing. Dollar. You used to go to Dollar Tree, get a big thing like this. Now you fucking forget about it. This shit's cost you $6. Right? Hand sanitizer, masks, you know, masks in there, which would fucking, used to be able to get a box like this, $5 for a box of like fucking 150 masks. Now they're fucking $5 for one mask. Thievery. There's too much money right now. They're making millions. People are becoming millionaires because of this coronavirus. Millionaires. Unbelievable. I don't know. But I kind of repeat myself here. Biden will tell you he's not going to shut it down. Of course he's going to shut it down. He said, I'll shut it down. I'm going to shut down the economy. I'll shut it down. I'll shut it down. But if now for the last week he realized, oh shit, he's getting, you know, the polls, these people are attacking him on it. And now we say, well, I'm not going to really shut it down. I'm going to shut down the virus. How are you going to do this, Joe? What's your plan? You know what he says? I will make sure everybody wears masks. Okay, we're already doing that. I will listen to the science. What's the science you're going to listen to? You know, you're going to listen to the same people Barack Obama listened to and all the others, you know, back when they had the SARS and all that shit. You're going to listen to Dr. Fauci and the CDC. Who does Trump listen to? Fauci and the CDC, even though Fauci's a fucking farce. Okay? Farce. He's a disgrace to the Italians. Okay, from New York to it, New York, Guinea. So, that's what he's going to listen to. Okay, then he said, I'm going to implement plastic dividers. Everybody's got plastic dividers today. What is that? What are you talking about? Every store I go in, restaurants, everywhere, they got plastic dividers. Okay, give me something that you're going to listen. Keep saying I'm going to listen to the science. I'm going to do, you know, you already said I'm going to shut it down. Now you won't say those words. You said I'm going to shut the virus down. That's what he said. I'm going to shut the virus. How are you going to shut the virus? What are you going to do that Donald Trump ain't going to do? Okay? Donald Trump's the one who's coming out with the vaccine. Donald Trump. All right? And if he doesn't get in and Biden gets in and there's a vaccine, don't give fucking Biden that credit for that because Biden right now is against that. We don't know about no vaccine. I don't know because, you know, they don't want to say, yeah, there's a vaccine that works and it makes Trump look good. So he's like, we don't know. But the minute, if they get in, then they get a hold of the vaccine. They say, look, we've got the vaccine. Thanks to us. We saved the day. Bullshit. The vaccine's here, and hopefully it'll be here while Trump is still in office, and hopefully Trump's going to get back in office. Don't believe this bullshit, bro. They want your fucking, that's how they take away your freedoms. It starts with that. Then they get in office and they take away your guns. And then they put people, more senators in there and everything else so that they always win the Senate and always win the House and always win the fucking, that's what they want to do, bro. They want to control you. And then them with big tech control everything you say and eventually you won't be able to make a phone call to your aunt and fucking say, listen, yeah, I don't know, the government this. Next thing you know, your phone shut off. Or there's a knock on your door. Okay? Or they'll do what they did in communist, what they do in China. They keep people in the fucking house. If you go out of the house and you're under lock and key, they fucking shoot you. That's what you want? Is that what you want? Vote Democrat. Watch what happens. That's what AOC and all them want. They want to do away with cars. They want to do away with airplanes. They want to do away with cows because cow farts are ruining the fucking... Dude, listen to me. Okay? Climate change is bullshit. It's called growing pains of the earth. There was one time, if you know anything about the earth, there was snowball earth. There was acid earth where the oceans were all acidic. Nothing could survive in there. There's one time when everything was once underwater. There's seashell fucking fossils in the Mount Everest. You really like you ever watch the comedy show with what's his name there? George Carlin, where he talks about, like, you know, the fires and the tsunamis and all that shit, and he said he roots for the fires and he roots for the tsunamis. You understand what I'm saying? That's my fire, he always says. And he says how stupid, how grandiose are human beings thinking that you could fucking control the weather of the earth, or you can control a volcano. When man can control volcanoes, can control hurricanes, stop hurricanes, when man can stop torrential rain, tsunamis, and all those things, then I'll say man can control the climate change of the earth. Until then, you can't control whether you fucking throw a fart and it's wet or not. Don't give me that shit. Don't give me that shit at all. You have no control over anything. Man can't control anything. And it's stupid fucking Biden that he's telling us. Because, you know, Trump sometimes makes jokes and people take it serious, you know, like, oh, maybe we should drink Clorox. The fucking, you know, he was saying how, he was telling us, Biden was saying that today that Trump wants to drop a fucking nuclear bomb in the middle of a fucking hurricane. He thinks that'll stop. He's joking around, you fucking Momo. You think he really would do it? He wouldn't drop a bomb on other people. He doesn't like war. He wants peace. That's why he did the Middle East Accord. You fucking Momo. Holy shit. Dude, if fucking Biden was a mafia guy, they'd smack him, they'd have him whacked. You know why? Because you're a liability. You're either too stupid to know better, or you're in on the fix. Like they said in Casino. You're either too stupid or you're in on it. Either way, you gotta get the fuck, you're not good for us. Because if you're too stupid, we don't need you in there. And if you're in on the fix, we gotta get rid of you because you're a cancer to us. Alright. Now listen, in conclusion, I want to say something. If they shut things down, it's going to kill the economy. Alright? And the money, that's another thing, by the way. Let me say this. You know, with all this socialist bullshit and all this stuff, if somebody busted their balls, like the Jews in Germany, okay? If they started out and they invested and started up a business and put money and capital into that business and built that business from the ground up, and now they're making money and they're thriving. Okay, if you out there watching this, if you got your own business, if you started a little store, or I don't know, if you're a mechanic and you went to school, you learned how to do mechanics, and now you own your own little body shop, or you know, whatever. My daughter's a mechanic, believe it or not. She's an MMA fighter, but she's also a mechanic. You know, if you went out there and you learned a trade, you're a carpenter or a plumber, and you own your own business, you're the one out there busting your nuts and making that money. Why should you have to give that up or spread the wealth? Because this fucking cocksucker over here wants to hang out in the gym all day, doesn't want to work out, and he want, you know, they think like, you know, I want to be a pro bodybuilder. Nobody's going to train, nobody's going to pay you to fucking work out, bro. Nobody gives a shit about you lifting weights, you being a bodybuilder. Nobody cares, bro. This right now, what's going on is bigger than bodybuilding. And if they shut down the economy again, you ain't going to have a gym to train at. Okay? So you're going to be Pee Wee Herman. Even if you're stuck big, massive bodybuilder like Big Rammy there. If you stuck him on a desert island, he couldn't work out or get his little steroids. Pee Wee Herman, motherfucker. I'm sorry. Alright? I know you guys like when I do that. But it's true. Okay? It's the truth. People that have businesses earned that shit. They went out there. They busted their balls. They were hungry. They had a vision. Okay? They started out with nothing. They had something. Or maybe they got a loan like Trump did from his father. Okay? Got $1 million from his father. Everybody knows that story. But he turned it into billions. $1 million into billions. And I don't give a shit if you think you could do that. You probably can't. Okay? But there's a lot of people out there who busted their balls for their money. They broke their ass. They worked hard. They put their life on the line, their life savings on the line, and now they got something. And who the fuck are you? Because you don't want to work? You think you deserve some of that money? Share the wealth like AOC and all these people say, fuck that shit, bro. You put in the work, then get your fucking ass out there and you bust your ass. Get out of that fucking gym sitting all day with your dick in your hand. I'm going to be a pro bodybuilder. Nobody gives a fuck, bro. I hate to tell you, nobody gives a fuck. Places like ESPN and shit will never cover bodybuilding. Now listen, I'm a bodybuilder and I love bodybuilding. But let's be realistic. Okay? Even personal training. If there's ever a recession or bad shit in the economy, bro, people ain't gonna be able to afford to pay you $100 or $50 an hour. It ain't happening. So you better get your fucking shit together and stop that shit. I'm so sick of hearing it spread the wealth and socialism shit from fucking fuckos and momos that don't want to get up and fucking get a job or don't want to fucking work. Or don't have a vision to start their own fucking business. Personal training is not a business. I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm talking about. These fucking other people that go out there, the mechanics, dude, let me tell you something. Even something simple like a mechanic or any of those trades or any of that shit, you could live on the island of Botswana. It doesn't matter. Okay? So as long as there's cars, somebody's going to have to fix them. They're like doctors. As long as there's sick people, somebody's going to have to take care of them. Those are all essential jobs, bro. Even plumbing, carpentry, all that stuff. Somebody gets a leak in their fucking pipe, somebody's going to have to... Doesn't matter if there's corona or no corona, you're going to have to get a plumber. You understand? Electrician, plumber. You know, these people go out and they get a trade. They pay for a license to work. They pay for a license to have their business. And you think, because you want socialism, you think that you have the right to some of their money? What are you doing? Fuck out of here. Anyway. Look, guys. Let me see if there's anything else here. I can't even fucking read. Can't see shit. Alright, look, guys. I can't see anything. Look, this is my speech. You heard what I gotta say, okay? You gotta do what's right for you and your family. Fuck everybody else. Alright? You gotta do what's right for you and your family. But you better hope to God that the right party wins. Because the wrong party wins. We're gonna have some shutdowns. We're gonna have a lot of bullshit happen. Your bank account, your business, and everything else is up for grabs. I'm just telling you that if AOC and her fucking Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib and Bernie Sanders and Pocahontas there, fucking Elizabeth Warren and Kamala Harris, and you know that they're going to take Joe Biden out. You know that. Listen, the Republicans already publicly talk about Joe Biden being chagad in the head. Alright? He little bots. We know that already. The Democrats are dying. They're saying he's fine. Meanwhile, they give him Adderall, so he screams for a fucking hour, and then towards the end of his screaming, he starts to not make sense again. But once he's in office, in a minute, he doesn't do what they want him to do, AOC will get on that fucking microphone, and she'll be like, he's fucking not right in the head. And they're going to be like, oh shit, 25th Amendment, let's get him out of there. They'll never go against the squad. They won't go against him. They're scared. Bernie Sanders, all of them will call. Bernie Sanders is smarter than fucking Joe. Okay? They will get him out of there, and Kamala Harris is there. And Kamala Harris, they don't have to tell her to be socialist. She's already that way. There goes your police departments and all that bullshit. Let's reimagine policing. Well, tell me, what's your imagination for that? What are you thinking of? What's your imagination for policing? You fucking idiot. You want to defund the police, but then you want social workers to go around with them. Well, who's going to pay for that? Wait, that's not part of the police funding and shit? Well, what happens when they go in there to talk to some guy that's beating the fuck out of his wife and holding a knife to her throat, and now he approaches them? What are you going to do? Put the knife down, Jeffrey. Get the fuck out of here. You're all fucking nuts. Listen to me. Do what's right for your family. Vaccine's coming for COVID. If shit don't go our way, we're going to have to I don't know what we're going to do. You know what I mean? All I know is I'm down with everything. I'm on the right with everybody. Okay, I'm a Trump guy 100%. As we're ending this up, I'm going to put the fucking hat back on. I'm a Trump guy, okay? I believe in our freedoms. I believe in our rights. I believe in freedom of speech. I'm against this fucking social media bullshit. All you idiots with the TikTok wasting your time. Oh, look at this idiot on TikTok. He's doing stupid. He's jumping off a chair into a fucking fishbowl. That's fucking time wasting. If you're sitting there playing video games, I just killed like 3 fucking soldiers. Dude, you better be ready for what's really coming. And it ain't no fucking video game. And it ain't no TikTok shit. Alright, that's time wasting. Sorry. It's time wasting. You'll never catch me doing that shit. Never. That's why I got a flip phone. You'll never catch me doing that shit. It's time wasting, bro. Alright? Step it up. Be a man, grab your nutsack. Do the right thing. If you disagree with me on this video, that's your fucking thing. You want to go and you want to vote for Biden, go ahead. But beware of what you wish for. Okay? And just remember, your enemy is always the one that you think is your friend. Even in the mafia. Who does the mafia kill? Another mafia guy. Right? Who does the Crips and Bloods kill? They kill other blacks, right? Right? Who does MS-13 kill? One of their own. Another fucking MS-13. Okay? Somebody who's trying to hang with them. Who killed Jesus Christ? Who fucking, for a handful of fucking coins, kissed him on the cheek and then kicked him in the ass and said, here he is, come get him. One of his own. Okay? It's been that way since the days of cavemen. And it's the people, like I said in the movie, I'm going to end this now. Remember the movie Bigger, Stronger, Faster? I told you. Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, he's a good guy, shit. I know him personally. But listen, he's a politician too. And those guys that got the thumb up here, got the middle finger in it, like this. Sometimes guys will be talking, they got their hand in their pocket and the middle finger's out like, yeah, you're a good guy, Joe. You're a great guy. Well, when Joe Biden's standing there talking to you, and he's got his hand under the podium, he's going like this. You fucking fools. All right. Be good to your girl, be good to your significant other, pay your child support. Do the right fucking thing. All right? Hopefully next time I see you, I will have the result that's going to save this country. If we don't, I don't know what we can do. But whatever it is, I'm down with everybody else. Okay? A bish. I love you guys. You're good guys. Stop fucking around. Alright. Trump 2020. Yeah.